Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 42-degree Wednesday, the 28th of August. 42 degrees, that's only 10 degrees above freezing. And it's made it up to 54 now. Even that feels a little brisk. But, yeah, today's here in Toledo is only supposed to be about 74. I thought it was supposed to be warmer than that. As the week's coming on, it seems like the hot temperatures are getting a little less for us up here. But it's still supposed to be like 98 in Vancouver on Friday or Saturday. But that could have changed as well already. You never know. Blink an eye and it changes. Gorgeous out here this morning though. Holy moly. Alright. 60 degrees and total sunshine here in Vanchulo land, Mama.
Yeah, it's very pretty.
It's only supposed to get to, I don't know.
Yeah, high 70s.
Yeah.
But it started out very cold.
Yeah, I don't know what it was here cold, but it was flat cold, 42 degrees.
Yeah, that was like a...
10 degrees over freezing. That's hard to believe in August.
I know it. You got to build to it. You can't just go wham.
Weather's been weird all over the whole world, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
But, you know, Mama, we made it to hump day.
We did.
Yep. The bump in the road.
Yeah, good on the other side.
Yes, ma'am. All right. I reckon we'll go in there and earn our keep.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you as the day goes on there.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, Mama. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
2015 K1600 GTL. Fuel pump's going bad on it. The DME is derating the power to it because it's drawing too much, the pump. So you get on it and it starts taking the power away. It's essentially blowing the fuse, but not completely. It'll still run, but it keeps throwing the code. You sit there and idle, it's fine. You goose it goes off. That's the trade-in. I'm still waiting for seat parts and stuff for it, but you know, I got the kit that did finish it, but I got other things coming through. So working with this. There's the R1200 RS. This is the alternator shaft. There's something unique about that shaft. Here, I'll throw up a picture. So you can see that that's a shaft that goes across to the clutch side and is driven by the back of the clutch basket. And then that boss is like a spacer between the engine and the alternator. And then in this picture, you can see how the shaft's coming through. Well, that's hollow on the left-hand side. And then when you look at the alternator here, it's kind of dark, you can't see, but that's splined and that goes in that shaft. But if you go back, on the end of that shaft is a slipper clutch. In case, you know, the revs change faster than the alternator can take it. My CBX had the same setup. I believe that's what's making the noise. I didn't understand how the shaft, it goes, if it doesn't make the noise and you take the shaft out, it's replace that shaft. Well, he left the little detail out that has a slipper clutch built into it. So that's what's making the noise. Back ordered until December 27th of this year. And the clip and the O-ring that I need as well is back ordered until 9/7 or 9/2 or something like that. This is a Traveler that I'm doing a service on it in the morning. Parts are readily available for that. He's not in warranty, so he's got to okay that. Waiting for parts on the Riker. Waiting for an infinitely unobtainable battery for that thing. It's a beautiful 2020 Street Glide Special. Brought it in for tires and they looked up the wrong tires. And they had the wrong size. They must have looked up like a 19 or something for it. That all changed in 2020. These are just PDIs that are going upstairs. And Tim, you know, he's got this exact one. And that's his wife's. Well, this is its twin. It was traded in for, I think they wanted something bigger. Hardly has any miles on it. And he purchased that thing the other day. I think maybe even this morning. So him and his wife can like go to the beach or drive around their neighborhoods and stuff. He lived somewhere around here in Vancouver. But been a busy boy. Looking up parts and flat rates and all this stuff. I forget what else. I don't know. I've just been rolling since I got here. I told him, I said, well, I got that Spyder. I can finish up the UVI part of it until the seat parts come in. The seat will sit there and I can ride it, And, yeah, I haven't touched a single thing on it. It doesn't even have the drain bolts or anything in it. Because when I was doing that, there's a little spacer for the master cylinder. They use this kind of a spring thing now. But, yeah, I didn't have the oil change kit because the part of the deal had to be signed. And so they could put it in. So there she sits. I must have had her good and drained because there's no puddles of oil underneath there. It has no drain plugs in it. No oil filter in it. It's all sitting right there in this nice sealed box with now 100% synthetic oil. That's the only XPS. Oh, for 2025, these always been Kenda. I'm sure they're probably still built by Kenda. But the tires will now be XPS Roadster, I think it says tires. BRP is now making their own tires. I'm sure probably they've got such a good deal and a perfect track record with Kendas that I'm sure it's probably them. But they won't say Kenda on them anymore because Kenda's now making, I forget what they call them, but they're making their own Spyder tires. So maybe that's all a part of that deal where they can have their own thing and then Spyder has their own thing. But, like the new Canyon, that's a new, let's call it a XPS something tire. I looked at the thing, I didn't read it, but yeah, they'll all come with different tires for 2025. Interesting. So I put this thing all back together because I had to pull the alternator off, to make sure it didn't work. So, because the parts so far are back ordered, she's more than welcome to ride it. It can't come apart. So it just makes noise. And I've literally heard some that make louder noise than this. So, yeah, it's a thing. Doesn't seem to be a problem. It's just if you notice the noise or not. So, this guy, he does the motorcycle training stuff. And this is his wife's bike. He has a newer K1600. Really cool guy. He's a guy that's got the Pan America that he really loves as well. He's one of those guys that just likes particular bikes. And when he dropped that off, he took the G310R that had the decompressor issue with the exhaust cam. So yeah, that's been my day. It's been busy. Y'all missed it. And there's literally nothing I test rode. The stuff I did with the RS didn't require a test ride. It was just some computer stuff. And yeah, it's one of those days. But man, all of a sudden it's slowing. But this is normal. Everybody at work's freaking out. Labor Day weekend is this weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. It's the last hoorah. And parts is always crazy busy. And service and sales, unless it's an emergency thing, we just go quiet. Because everybody's gathering their gear, getting ready for their long weekend. Like my parents always did when I was a kid. We took the week off prior. We'd go camping, fishing. I'd be there riding my little Harley and my little Honda 75 and stuff like that. And just a wee little tyke. Then later I was riding but anyway, we would be gone for a whole week, ending with Labor Day weekend. So, and we were off I think we had to take a couple days off from school. Seems like the school, we got a little break right there. But fun times, very, very fun times. There's like literally nothing as a child had other normal things, you like a girl, she don't like you, or you got some guy that you ultimately have to deal with them. Those kind of childhood things. Worrying about school and grades. But thinking of my childhood, it was fantastic. have no complaints, literally none. My parents were totally cool, had great friends, and no, it's been wonderful. Now I'm an old dude slowing down. Anyway, it's about time to roll out. Ooh, it is time to go. I gotta go. So today, it's kind of a special day. 5 years ago, on this day, is when I went up to Northwest Harley and picked up my Slim and drove her home. So today's the 28th of August. I actually purchased it on the 21st, but it took a week to get the bike there. They got it from, I don't know if it's one of their dealerships or what, but they had it shipped to me. And ever since that, I think you can still see it. I mean, maybe it's finally worn out. You could see a mark where they strapped it down with I don't know what, they thought they were, hauling a Sherman tank or whatever, but the straps were so tight, I think over time I got it out. Of course, I got bugs and stuff on it now from the ride Kelly and I went on. So she's only got like 3,300 miles on it. Oh, sorry, I can hit the button here on Harley's. She's a youngster. $33.45 over 5 years. On this day in 2019 is when I drove that thing home. She's one of my jewels for sure. And it's kind of you're almost afraid to ride it too much. You don't want to knock the new off of it. What? 3,350 miles. She still got all the new on her. I've gone nowhere. I don't think I've even ridden this thing to work. I was asking Kelly, I said, did I ever ride the Slim to work? Because that's dang near a 150 mile round trip. I think the longest probably mileage ride I've been on was the day I brought it home. I'm trying to think if I've gone anywhere halfway decent on it. I don't think I have. Man, how does the time fly by like it does? How does 5 years just in a flash of an eye just come and go? It's crazy. The only thing, literally, there's two things I've done to it since I purchased it. The Mustang seat and the FP3, the Vance & Hines tuner. And the FP3, putting it on that thing, and I just put the canned stock motor flash on it. There's a map for a completely stock bike, and woke that thing up. It is crazy how different that thing runs. It's spunky. And it's just a 107, but it flat rips. I put the same tuner on the Road King, and it makes her, she definitely runs better, but it didn't have that like performance boom to it. It's kind of spunky. You forget about it, when you're so much lighter than the Road King. You have that sound of the big Milwaukee 8 and all that stuff, and even though it's a little bit different for the Softails, you have that same feeling, but it's just so light. And it actually feels lighter than the iron when you ride it. The mass of weight must be much lower or something, but it literally feels like a toy. And I got to watch myself. I spend a lot of time on the Road King. When I pull it off the side stand to roll it out, I will almost throw it into the iron, because it shocks me. I expect this weight to be on the Slim. It's just not there. I was telling you guys, thinking about, get rid of, I need to I need to get off my duff and decide, you know, how to get rid of it. I haven't advertised it. The only thing I've ever said is to you guys. And yeah, just now it's almost $1,000 less than what I told you before, because I've made payments on it. But anyway, thinking about touring this thing, it's amazing. I was watching some of the Sturgis during the Sturgis rally this year. Shocking how many people were touring on Softail Slims, even the older twin cams. Only thing I would like to do to this thing is I would like to, you know, either Fox makes a really nice shock for these, and of course the Olin shock, but man, those things are crazy expensive. But the shock, once it's on a warm day and after you've been riding it a little bit, you know, it's perfectly fine. Boy, you take off like those cool days, you get a nice day in the wintertime, man, that oil is thick in that shock. It's literally at first, it's like riding a hardtail. And eventually the heat from the motor, you know, because the shock is laying sideways in here, the motor heat ends up getting to it once you're riding it, and it softens up. Maybe because it only has 3,300 miles in it, it's not broke in yet. Look at these things, probably got 10,000 miles on the simple 412 progressive shocks, the cheapest ones you can buy, and they are absolutely perfect. Remember a year or two ago when I shimmed the forks because they had sagged a little bit. I don't remember the numbers I went for, but I was looking for a certain amount of sag. And then, you know, I clicked these up another notch. But anyway, fifth, technically, you know, her birthday was on the 21st, but I look at the day I drove it home, even though everything was all said and done. But happy 5th birthday. Well, hello there, YouTube. Man, 7:56 is sunset tonight, but it's only, I don't know, maybe 20 after 7. It's getting awfully dark out here.
It is. I'm getting chilly.
Man, before you know it, we won't get home in time to do a goodbye vlog.
I know, it's going to sneak up and get
They're
us.
sitting out in the porch, freezing cold, raining, whatever it's doing, you know.
Yeah, boring stuff.
Dark.
Yeah.
Nothing else, it's just dark. But anyway, it's a good and busy, I wouldn't say overly productive for me, but just very busy day. And Kelly, it's, you know, coming up to this Labor Day weekend, it's just absolutely chaos in parts.
Oh, man.
The phones never stop bringing us all parts, and sales and service. We're all just sitting around, just twiddling our thumbs, you know. We got enough to survive at the moment, but it's really slow. It does this every year.
Yeah.
People are panicking, you know, some of the texts, I'm gonna have more blah blah. Dude, it does this every year.
Every year, kids go back to school.
Yep.
It gets slow.
Labor Day weekend, that's the last thing where everybody can take their kids out and all that stuff. Then they spend a little too much money. They're a little tight for a little bit. There's just that lull.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
it kicks back
every
up
year.
again. You're off and running, you know. Then, you know, the winter does come and that slows down there for sure.
Yeah.
Look at Danny way out there roaming around.
Because I'm checking stuff out.
Yeah.
Driving the girls crazy.
Yeah. They're moving stuff out from up there, and they keep driving the trucks, and for whatever reason they stop and fix stuff right in front of our house.
I know, which
they're doing that last night too. Yeah, they absolutely
chaos.
come unhinged, you know. You can drive by, but don't ever stop.
Yep.
But anyway, I think on that, before the sun, you know, goes completely down and we're standing here in the dark with a flashlight in our hand,
Yep.
we're gonna roll out on you.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and you guys have a wonderful Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. All right.
See you in the morning.
We'll see you then. Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.